Good evening, everyone at home, and I am your host for today's talk show. I'm Dr. Ajani Ibatullah. We have a doctor knowledgeable in harmful foods for your pets, and she'll be introducing herself this evening. Doctor, this evening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Agnes Ajani.
Dr. Ajani here will be telling us on some of the food that should be kept away from our pets.
Once again, good evening, everybody. I'll be talking today about harmful foods for our pets. All of us know that some foods are very harmful to the pets, and the food that are actually important, that are good for us, can sometimes be harmful to those our pets. So let's dive into this particular food. Some of them. The first one I'll be talking about is garlic and onions. For us humans, we cook at home with garlic, with onions, with ginger and coal. But for animals, cooking with all these ingredients for them, it is not healthy at all for their health. So for garlic and onions in our pet food, what it does to the pets is they destroy the red blood cells. And if the red blood cells are being destroyed, it will cause anemia in those pets. And if a dog has anemia, the dog will be definitely weak. It will not have energy to do so many things. So this also can lead to death of our pets. Another one we are looking at is chocolates. Anything chocolate, caffeine, and all of that. Tea. Some people will say, "Oh, I gave my dog tea I'm going to take today." No, it is not healthy for our dogs or for our cats. Tea or coffee or chocolate contains theobromine and caffeine. And these enzymes, they are dangerous to the health of our pets. So giving your pets a food containing caffeine or theobromine damages the nervous system. It can cause seizures in animals. It can cause weakness as well in animals. And you don't want your pet to undergo any of these things. You yourself don't want to stress yourself with any of these things. Another food that we tend to give our pets is raw eggs. People often give their pets raw eggs to take. They thought, okay, some think it is a good way of living. But our dear viewers today, I will tell you, giving your dogs or pet or cats raw eggs to take, it is very, very harmful for their health. Raw eggs contain some bacteria like Salmonella or E. coli. And these bacteria, when they are in the GIT, what they do is they cause damage to the GIT. They upset the stomach. Your dog can be having diarrhea. Your cat can be vomiting, and you don't want all this. You'll be rushing to the vet to take care of your dog, and that is more expensive on you. Another food or substance people tend to give their pets is raw meat. And raw meat contains some parasites, some bacteria, which are very harmful to our pets. They pose a threat on them, and it is not good. Feeding your dogs with raw meat, it is not good at all for their health.
Doctor, sorry to interrupt. You mentioned raw meat just now. I've had people come and they say, I give my dogs raw meat, it helps them to boost their muscle, increase their, and that's a strength. And after, even if I tell them, what they will tell me is that they just the one and give antibiotics. So what do you have to say about that?
You just know because you are introducing a parasite into their system, and this parasite has its own harmful effects on their body. For example, giving a dog a raw meat that has tinea, you are introducing tiniasis into their system. You are causing tiniasis for them, and you will have to run elder spectrum to treat your dog, to treat your cat. And this is very bad for them at all. Please don't try it. If you're doing it before, please just stop it. Stop feeding your dogs with raw meat. They are dogs already. They are meant to be eating meat. If you want to give them meat, make sure it is properly cooked with less seasoning. Please. Another one is Another one that people do most times is bone. People think bones and dogs they are meant to be friends, that they are friends actually. But let me tell you this is totally wrong. Feeding your dogs with bones is very, very bad. Bones are not healthy at all for dogs or for your animal or for your pet at all. They are not healthy because if you feed a dog with bone, the bone has the tendency of going into the system, causing obstruction. or causing internal injury to the animal. If you feed a dog with a bone now, small or big, bone is bone. If you feed a dog with bone now, it will go into the internal system and cause perforation. That will now cause internal bleeding in the animal, and that animal might bleed to death. And nobody wants to use a pet that's so dear to big water at all at all. Some people will say, it's just a small bone, I give my dog this. Bone, big or small, please just resist from giving them bones. If you want to give them food, give them a food that has no bone. If you want to give them fish, make sure you debone the fish properly and give it to them. Another food, or another way people tend to give them food, or people give them food, is giving them, should I say, a concoction or a mixed food. For example, you go to a party, you tell the patrons there, please pour the semo, pour the rice, pour this one, pour that one all together. Or you go to a restaurant and you tell them, I want to buy leftovers. Giving them this food is not good at all. If you want to give your dog food, cook the food yourself. You will know what you're cooking, the ingredients there as well. If you go to a restaurant to collect the leftovers, the food there has spices, it has onions and garlic, it has seasoning, it has a lot of things which are not healthy for your dog. If you want to cook for your dog, just use a little salt. No garlic, no onion, no pepper. You don't add any of those things. Don't add it. Don't add it at all. Just a little salt. For example, if you want to cook rice for your dog, get the rice, add a little crayfish, palm oil, yes, and then a pinch of salt. Do not add maggi, do not add garlic, do not add any of those spicy food for them, or spicy rather for them. Please resist from it.
The other time you mentioned putting palm oil inside their rice when you're cooking for pets. So normally human beings when we are cooking rice, we just use salt unless you are doing extravagant dishes. So you just use salt. Now what does you mention palm oil? It might be diverting from the topic, but can you please tell us a little bit of what palm oil does?
Okay, what palm oil does, aside adding taste to the food, it also helps to increase the gastric motility. It also helps in the skin pores as well. So that is what palm oil does for your food. So you adding palm oil and a little salt to their food. Okay. But do not add garlic, onions, those spices. Do not add them. Just a simple meal is okay for them.
Thank you very much, Dr. Agnes. You've mentioned, you've listed a lot of foods that are harmful for our pets, and I'm sure the viewers at home have taken notes of a lot of common foods that we give to their pets. Now, okay, mistakenly, I just got chocolate. I did not intentionally want to feed my dog or my cat, but you know how they are begging, how it eyes looks like. So one fell on the ground and it just ate it. What should I do with that?
In such case, what you do not try to do a home remedy because you might do the wrong thing. Just pick up your phone and call your veterinarian. And if the person says, oh, do this one, this is the first stage to do, just do this straight one. If the doctor says, come to my clinic, or I am coming to check on your dog or your cat, then just calm down and then wait for the doctor to arrive. Another food that is dangerous or harmful for our pets is avocado. Avocado is considered healthy for humans, but for animals it is not. Avocado contains healthy fats for humans, but for animals, the fats they are too much for them. So this causes inflammation of the pancreas for animals. Also, avocado when ingested by pets can cause diarrhea or vomiting as well for them. And this is not good as well for pets. Another food harmful for them is grapes and raisins. Grapes and raisins causes high kidney failure in dogs. It is very, very toxic for them. So we should try our best to resist from such food.
Now, what I another thing I notice about our grapes and raisin is that you know there are some dogs that when they are eating, maybe they are very hungry, just swallow it. That can even cause obstruction of the
Exactly. Also, avocado also can cause obstruction as well. You know, it has the small seed inside. So when they are eating and then they just swallow that particular fruit, they tend to, after swallowing, it can cause obstruction. So we should try our best to just stay away from it.
And that will definitely lead to surgery.
Definitely, expenses is
Like,
surgery.
is there any other food that you can maybe tell us about as our future?
There are lots of that are. Why some food are actually harmful to our pets is because the food that are considered healthy for humans are not considered healthy for animals because the enzymes that act on this food are present in humans but might be absent in animals. So this is why these food are considered unhealthy for our animals.
Although this is not a food, but this made me remember one of our topics with people, paracetamol community, that it was an enzyme that breaks down paracetamol in human being, but not present in dog.
Yes, just like that.
Thank you very much.
Dogs or cats have a particular enzyme that acts on their food, while we humans also have a particular enzyme that acts on our food. So then eating our own food now, the enzyme might be present in them and it should break down the food. But sometimes the enzyme might not be there in their own body and this one will not cause toxicity or poisonous thing in them. So we just try our best to just stay away from such food. The best thing is to just serve them their own pet food to avoid all this problem. Just serve them their own pet food. That will be good. Or you ask your vet, doctor, which food can I give my pet? Which food do you think it is healthy that I can give my pet healthy to save us all the stress?
I've heard about clients, let's say owners of pets, using giving their dogs and cats milk. What do you have to say about that?
You know, these animals, some of them are lactose intolerant. And if you give them the milk which contains lactose, there is no enzyme for it to act on the milk. So this also will now cause poison in their body. It will make the food poisonous in their system, and then they will start bringing out different signs and symptoms. Then people have to start rushing back to the vet and all of those things.
What about alcohol?
Alcohol. Coming to alcohol, to be honest, I've witnessed so many cases of alcohol. This one will say, "Oh, I took a little alcohol, then I gave my dog alcohol." Some people, some clients do give their dog cigarettes to smoke by accident. And you giving your dog alcohol or cigarettes, it's very harmful to their health. This will definitely affect their central nervous system. It will cause incoordination in them. The dog will start misbehaving. Then, before you know it, the dog might die because all these substances they are very harmful to dogs' health. They are very harmful to your dog's health because as a human being itself, you yourself taking alcohol for too long or smoking, it has its own side effects on your body. Talk less of animals, giving them alcohol, cigarettes, and all of that will definitely affect them. And this is the second nervous system that we are talking about. So this definitely has a role to play. So please and please do not give alcohol again. Please do not give alcohol. Do not give sugar drink. Do not give
Energy drink.
and please energy drink.
I want my dogs to be very active.
Once your dog is very active, you can take your dog to dog trainers. You train them very well. They are some will say because I want my dog to be big and mighty, they will start giving all of this caffeine drink, all like so many things. If you want to boost your dog, go to a pet mart. You buy the this pet product, this body like what's this thing? Booster body builder. You can use that to build your dog. But using caffeinated drink and all of those things is very wrong. Please don't try. If you're doing it, please don't stop it.
So what you're trying to tell us now is foods like, okay, let me not use foods, let me use substances.
Sometimes,
Like
yes.
alcohol, energy drink, caffeine, all of them shorten the lifespan of our pets.
Definitely. And the thing is that if we give these dogs, these pets, all of this stuff, they will eat it too. They don't mind it at all. They will rush and finish it. But the side effect is there. They will not know that this thing is bad for them. If you give them bone to eat, they will eat it with joy. Dogs like eating bone. If you give them bone, they will munch on it. They can play with it for hours. And the only thing they get from bones is just calcium. That's the only mineral they get from bone. So if you want to give your dog bone, remember the side effects of bone, the obstruction, the internal injury, and all of those things. So instead of you giving them bone, just go and buy a calcium supplement to help build their bones rather than giving them the bone itself to swallow. So these are just few of the foods that are harmful to our dogs. There are several more like grapes and raisins, pears and all of that, but these are just the few that people practice that are very, very harmful to our pets.
All right. So viewers have told, we've heard from Dr. Agnes about the foods that should be avoided in your pets. You've heard of what you should do if at all your pets eat some of these harmful food. So now I'll be asking Dr. Agnes to give a little bit of advice on what on to wrap up this conversation. Dr. Agnes, please give us a little bit of advice for our viewers at home.
But dear viewers, in case you leave your dog or your cat or your pet in short any of those harmful food and the dog is showing any sign of vomiting, diarrhea, weakness, and all of that, just don't panic. Call your vet to come and help you out. Do not try to treat your pet by yourself. Please don't do that. Vets are your friends. Please just call the vet to come and attend to you, and they will definitely do that.